Hi, we're going to talk today about the 10 things that you can do and look at that could be blocking your wealth vibe. I'm Tracy L. I am an energy healer and your intuitive guide. I was my own test subject where I woke up over 22 years ago, started the journey myself. Now I teach you what I learned to go fast. If you want to know more about my story or how I got here, you can read my book, God, Where Are You? It's Me. And the reason I say that is a lot of people aren't sure, like, how did you get to where you are? That helps you understand why I teach on health, wealth, and intuition. And if you want to know more, you can click below. Come join me on Telegram or on my free membership, and we can learn together. All right. So the 10 things that stop people from creating new wealth in their life. The first one is family belief systems, so family imprints and blueprints. Those would be things that, money doesn't grow on trees, money's hard, you got to work hard, stuff like that. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget today. Not feeling worthy. So if you don't feel worthy of receiving love and accolades and praise for who you are, then not feeling worthy can also derail you from bringing in more financial worth. It can also derail you from having good relationships. Number 3 is not feeling valued. So if you don't feel valued, if you don't feel your worth and you're not feeling valued as a person, valued in your job, you can pull down your wealth frequency. That energy goes out there, and then you'll attract like lower income jobs. You may miss out on investment opportunities. So those are the energies that I usually focus on when I teach about health and wealth, to help you understand how to remove those blocks from your space. Not feeling respected. So if you don't feel respected, you don't feel honored, you don't feel valued. Where did you not feel respected in your life? And if you don't feel respected and you don't feel worthy, then those energies will deter people from showing up in your life to want to give you more value for what you're worth. So that's a big one. Being in a relationship with someone who has a bad wealth vibe. This one is really crazy, because when you don't feel valued or worthy, if you're in a relationship with someone who has lack or poverty mindset or something like that, you'll find that your wealth will start to drain out. You'll have extra hidden expenses. You'll find that you'll feel more frustrated because they'll pull down your wealth vibe. I know I had this when I was actually married. He was horrible at making money. I was young. I was stupid. Anyhow, I got 2 good kids out of it. But it was always a drain. There was always things going out. So I could make good money, but he was always draining it. So when I left him, things stabilized and started to get stronger as I started to value myself more. So being attached to people. This can also be friends and family that you're attached to that have a very low wealth vibe. Then that frequency will pull you down as well. The other one, number 7, is being afraid to do better than your family. This is a big one I see a lot in my practice, is that people are so afraid that if they do better, they're going to have to hear things like how I did. When I did better than my family member, must be nice to have that, must be nice to be so young, even though I'd worked really hard. So a lot of times people will hold back their wealth vibe because their family will notice they're doing better than them. And then what they'll do is they're afraid they're going to want something, or they're maybe going to be kicked out of the family tribe. So that is an energy that sits quite extensively with people around their family. They're afraid to stand out, to be different. Number 8 is being afraid to let go of people, places, and things that are not serving you. So again, if you have maybe a house that's a money pit, but you love your house, you have to be willing to let that go to move up. Perhaps you have a job that's draining you. You're not feeling well. It's not serving you. You're not moving up the ladder, but you stay there because it's comfort versus actually going to look for something different that could pay you better, respect you, and value yourself. So you're so afraid of what's on the other side that you don't make the move, and that energy will get blocked, usually within the power zone. The fear of paying more taxes. This one I see a lot. I even struggled with this, right? We move up in tax brackets. We have to give more to these authoritative figures that we know lie, cheat, and steal, and they take your money and they give it to their friends, and they're not really doing the things they should be doing. That's why we're overtaxed. They don't need the amount of money they take because we know they misuse it. So a lot of people will hold themselves back because they don't want to jump into another tax bracket. Very common. And number 10 is fear of standing out in your current friend group. This was a big energy where people are afraid when they move up that they're going to have to let go of certain friends or deal with jealousy or envy. So subconsciously they'll hold themselves back. So this isn't uncommon at all. And I see this a lot in people's wealth paradigms. And that those kind of things will prevent you from learning something new, taking a risk. These 10 things are just tip of the iceberg. But if the energy isn't moved and it's not shifted, then what happens is you stay stuck in these paradigms, and then you're always wondering why you're not getting ahead, or why you have lack, or why you have poverty that keeps coming up, or why you don't want to learn something or talk to a financial advisor and really learn. You'll get overwhelmed. You'll be so overwhelmed. You're like, I don't want to know that, or I'm not ready, or you'll find excuses. And if you start to look at some of these things and see what you can move and shift, you'll notice there's a big change that can come in, because these are some of the things that you will notice will raise your frequency once the energy is shifted. So there you go. Comment below, share, like, and subscribe. What maybe stood out for you? What are some of the things you've noticed? Oh, I'll pull a card for you. Normally I do teach classes. I have one coming up in March. A 1 day all around money, wealth, vibrations. We're going to talk about silver, gold, crypto, all the new things. So what's one thing that we can just take the body regen cards and shift for you? What is one thing to help shift your wealth vibe for people watching today? Command miracle frequency. Thank you, God. So what we do is start to increase the energy of the body to actually increase the miracle frequency, so you can do something different. You can have a different actionable step. But these miracles come in, and that's where you're like, oh my God, I got a raise, or oh my word, like all of a sudden money's coming to me differently. Finances are coming to me differently. One of the keys that Spirit's just saying to me, and this, just as I'm doing this, is remember, the more peace you have inside, the less fear you have. And I had to learn this myself. When you remove worry, when you remove fear, and you start to really ground yourself at peace, the quicker that vibrational frequency will change, and the quicker you'll be able to manifest what you want. That's the energy that's happening right now in the world, is that we're moving to a higher space so you can manifest quicker. You can create faster, and you can change your vibration for anything that you need, want, or desire. But I always say stick with desire. That's the number one energy, and stay in that heart space and watch what happens. So thank you for being here, guys. Always, I appreciate your comments. I appreciate when you share, click, like, subscribe. It always helps with the algorithm, so we can continue to bring you more content. Come check out my TikTok and my Instagram. They're very different videos. As you'll see, they're very diversified, and you can keep on learning together. Have a great day, everyone.